Barbara here from Barbara Makes Crafts, and I'm the creator of barbaramakescrafts.com, and you can go there and find tips, tricks, tutorials to make all these crafts that I bring to you on YouTube. And I really appreciate you watching, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and that you will like it and ring that little bell down below because you don't want to miss any craft project that I do. So today I want to show you how to make a personalized doormat. We're going to make this one today that says Good Vibes Inside, and this is honestly a pattern picked out by my daughter. This is for her apartment in college, and this is what she wanted, so this is what we're going to make today. What you're going to need to make this mat, you're going to need some acrylic paint, and I'm using black, but you can use any color that you want to get it down in there. We're going to need vinyl, and I'll be using StarCraft HD permanent vinyl, one of the best vinyls that I have found out there. You'll need a paintbrush, and this one is Dixie Belle La Petite paintbrush. I like this one because you can kind of use it to pounce, and you can also use it to kind of do circular blending motions. And you'll need a Flex Seal, a can of Flex Seal, or some other kind of sealer. I like this one because it has the color, but you can use a clear polyacrylic or something like that to seal it. And of course you're going to need your quick Cricut and my favorite weeding tools, which is the Cricut weeding tool and the stab and grab tweezers from 143vinyl.com. These tools together are amazing for weeding your vinyl and getting precise small little pieces out if you're using something with intricate designs. Of course you're going to need a blank mat in which to paint and put your design on. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here we have a blank canvas that we're going to design our mat in. And the first thing that I want to do is go down here to Shapes. Alright, so the square it's like 3 inches by 3 inches, but we need to make it a rectangle. So we're going to go up here to More and click that little down arrow, and we're going to unlock it using this lock right here. There's also a lock here that you can use, and then we are going to make this width 30 inches, and we're going to make the height 18 inches because the mat that we're using is 18 by 30. Alright, so I'm going to go right here to this black square and click on it, and I'm going to turn that white. So our mat is white. We'll be able to see our text on it, so we're just going to click on text. We're going to choose our font, and the first one that we're using is called Love Spell. So we need to go here, and I'm just going to type in the box Love Spell. You can see that it's kerned, it's all ready to go. So what we need to do, actually I'm going to move the mat down a little bit so that header up there doesn't hurt me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this arrow here and just drag it to make it a little bit bigger. We also need to make sure that it does not exceed 23.5 inches because that's all our mat will cut. Okay, so we've got our Good Vibes, and now we're going to go and we're going to click on the text box again, and this time we're going to choose Eagle Bold. And I don't like the way some of the letters, some of them I think are too close together. So I'm going to select it, I'm going to ungroup. And that allows us to select each letter individually And I'm just going to slide just a little bit. We're going to select that entire word by just dragging over it, go back up here and group, and then we'll move our mat back under it. Alright, now I want to go up here and I want to select all, and on the align button just click that arrow, and I want to distribute horizontally so that it centers up horizontally. And then once again, I want to go up to align, and I want to distribute vertically so that it, oh, well, no, I don't want to do that. So let me undo here. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to move this again, select those and attach. That way we can move them around on our mat together so that we can line them up vertically. Alright, now we don't have that error message, and we're able to go ahead and hit the Make It button. Okay, so you can see that we have it all weeded and ready to go on the mat. We're going to take some Glad Press and Seal and just put it over the top of our vinyl before we take it off the batting, and make sure you put the sticky side down. Okay, so we're going to put it down on our mat, and I'm going to try and find just the center here. And that looks good. And I'm going to burnish it again. And then take the saran wrap off. Alright, so we got that part done, and there are a couple things that you may have noticed. You just have to make sure that you get things in the right places and that you know kind of what's missing. So the next thing that we're going to do is pin it down, and I'm just using dress pins, just cheap. I actually got them from Walmart. You can get a ton of them for $1. They don't really cost much. And I'm going to take these pins and just stick them in some of the smaller areas that really need to stay down. Alright, so we've got that done. And now for the fun part with the heat press. This is permanent adhesive vinyl. It is going to come up from the mat, but we can use the heat press just for a few seconds just to help that adhesive stick down a little bit to the mat. I think that works. And the last thing we're going to do before we get to the paint, I know it's a lot of steps, but it will be worth it, is we're going to tape down the edges with painter's tape. I like frog tape a little better, but the painter's tape is what I had on hand, so I thought I'd use that. Paint, our actual paint, and there are a couple of ways you can do this. Probably the easiest way, if you want to know the truth, is to take it outside and spray it with an acrylic paint. I use a liquid acrylic paint for this, because I thought it would be a little more interesting anyway. And we will do a sealer, a spray sealer outside with the Flex Seal. And I know there are some out there that would just do the Flex Seal, and that's great. It works great. It'll last a long time. But there are some out there that kind of do it this way, where they kind of push a little bit of the paint down into the coir on the mat, just to give it a different kind of, I don't want to say look, because it'll look the same and it'll feel the same, but maybe to help it wear a little better. I don't know, just using the Flex Seal lasts for years, so this might be a step you could skip. You'll just have to kind of try it for yourself and see. So I just put my acrylic paint here in this squeeze bottle because it's easier to squeeze out, and I'm just going to sort of pour it down on the mat. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry for about 24 hours, and then I will be back to finish it up. So this is dried for 24 hours, and I have added some extra pins just to keep the secured down good, and I have taped off the entire mat where we're not painting our stencil, so we can spray. I'm using Flex Seal, which is a liquid rubber, to protect this and give it a long-lasting finish. So what I'm going to do, you always want to make sure you're wearing your gloves and protective gear. They suggest a face mask and eye protection and gloves, of course. And I'm wearing my gloves. Also, it's best to do this outside, but it is dark outside right now, so I'm doing it inside, but I have protected my work surface from the overspray. So now I'm just going to spray the Flex Seal. So I believe I have all the surfaces covered. So let's go ahead and pull it up and see what we have. Alright, and just pull up the pins that didn't pull up with that. Turn it around so I can show you. And this is going to last for a long, long time. I do see a pin right there I didn't get out. Okay, so that was pretty easy. It took a while just because we had to wait on that paint to dry, but I think the results are fabulous. What do you think? There is one little spot that I wish I'd seen before I started painting, and that it's not that noticeable. My daughter may want me to do it again, and that's fine if she does. So anyway, I'm kind of proud of it. So I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. It really helps me out. It helps me to be able to keep these crafts coming to you. And I appreciate it if you would subscribe and like if you like the video, and ring that little bell to get all the notifications of my latest videos coming out. And I would love to know, what is your favorite weeding tool when weeding your craft projects? Just comment down below, and I'm also going to be linking down below to all the products that I used today in making this craft. So until I see you in the next video, happy crafting!